We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the LA Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next.
It's 11:17 a.m. Right now in
Sonny Gray, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Standing
right now in
Jacob
Denver, it's
Amaya
84 degrees and
get us
sunny.
started in this one
Today,
under the
it'll
lights.
be mostly sunny with a forecasted high of 90 and
Hit
a
on
low
the
of
ground
62.
down the first baseline, but a foul
nice
ball
day.
here, 0-1.
Here's the latest news. From CBS 4 News Denver at 12:34 p.m. yesterday.
A young woman is dead and her
Here it
boyfriend
comes.
sent to the hospital after they were shot near Coors Field yesterday. Now the suspect has
Swing
made
and a
his
miss,
way
and he's
to court.
quickly in the hole, 0-2.
The gunfire broke out just before
That's a
noon in the
well-placed
ballpark
fastball
neighborhood
right
in
there.
Denver.
Just
The
off the
suspect,
outside.
36-year-old
If
Michael
you can
Close,
get guys to
was
expand the
arrested
strike
in
zone
Pine
and go after
Junction
that
off Highway
pitch, you're going to
285
have a
in
lot of
Jefferson
success.
County.
No luck that
was
time,
after
though.
investigators got word that
The
he was
windup
heading
and the
to
0-2
town.
pitch.
New unemployment numbers out this morning reflect another
And a
large
good
number of
pitch there
layoffs
as this
after
is swung
last
on
week's
and missed for the
report
first out of the
found a
ballgame.
surprising
Another
gain
strikeout
in
for him on the mound,
Colorado
and
has
boy, is
paid
it
out
fun
more
to
than
watch
$2
him go
billion
about his
in its
business.
appointment since the
No doubt,
coronavirus
Matty. He's one of my
started.
favorites,
In
mostly
that
because
time,
of his
more than
stuff. You know, he can
540,000
absolutely
people
dominate
have
on any
filed
given day
claims.
because
In
of
the
what he
past
offers
week,
up there. It's just
23,000
nasty.
Coloradans
There aren't many
requested
hitters that like to
unemployment
see this guy on the mound.
That's a slight
And the next
increase
up will
from
be
the
Alex
week before.
Verdugo.
Across the country, more than 1.5 million Americans
He
filed
swings and
job
grounds it to
benefits
short.
last week.
Galvis has it.
In Colorado, the number of
And
people
quickly, there are
hospitalized
2
with
away.
COVID-19 is steadily dropping. New data released today shows
Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, Matty, this team can do one thing very well. This
There are
lineup
nearly
leads the league in home runs,
28,500
and that's why
cases
people
of
pay the price of
coronavirus
admission.
in
They want to see the
Colorado.
long ball.
So far,
Everybody
more than
loves home
1,300
runs,
people have
and
died
it's
from
exactly what this lineup gives
Be sure to
you.
join us
They
tonight
get
for CBS
count
4 News
leverage,
10.
one. Don't look for that base hit the other way.
From
They are
NBC
trying
Sports
to
Update
turn
at
and
6:58 p.m. on March
Throw just
31st.
does beat him at the bag, so the side is
NBC
retired.
Sports Radio
1, 2,
update
3 go to
starts
Dodgers.
now.
Now it'll be
It's
the
official.
Reds' turn.
NFL
No
playoffs
score.
are now bigger. I'm Jeff Biggs with a big vote going down today. The NFL owners, via conference call, approved expanding the playoffs from 12 teams to 14
Walker
teams.
Buehler
Starting
is
next
on the
season,
mound for the
it'll be
Dodgers
the
in this
wild card
contest.
team in each
Dan
conference.
Plesac, what's the word on him?
Boy, was he super good in his last one, a complete game shutout, a true gem. He certainly would like to repeat that performance here.
Football week in America continues on NBCSN, starting with Tony Romo.
Nick Castellanos now, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
That is the Cowboys and the Giants. 2009 report up right now on PFT on how this season could be a make-or-break season for Giants GM.
Here comes the
Dave
first
Calloway.
pitch.
With more, Chris Sims and Mike Florio on NBC Sports
Swung
Radio.
on and missed. It's 0-1. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Nicholas Castellanos is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first.
Insurance for cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs,
Into the
and
box
commercial
now,
vehicles.
Jesse Winker.
1-800 Progressive and Progressive.
As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Lifetime versus this arm. He's just 2 for 9. He's taken him deep once.
From CNN News Briefing at 3:56 a.m. today.
Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second.
Good morning. I'm Adrian Willingham, and here are the 5 things you need to know for Friday, June 12th.
For the moment here in Cincy, let's take a
Defense
glance at the
Secretary
Reds
Mark
starting
Esper has
lineup in
ordered
this
a
one.
review of
What do
the
you think
National
they need
Guard's
to do to
support
keep
of
the
law
winning streak
enforcement across
rolling,
the
D-Lo?
country.
Matty,
Roughly
this lineup is
74,000
built
Guard
on one
members were
thing, and that's
activated
moving
to
the ball
respond
over
to
the
nationwide
fence. This is a
protests over
station-to-station
George Floyd's death.
team.
The
Not a
review
lot
is
of
considered
speed in this
standard
lineup,
procedure following
but
any
they don't
significant
need much
operation,
speed
and
when
this
they're
one will
moving
look at the
traffic to
training,
both ends.
organizing, and
So
deployment of the
accepts the
Guard.
former MVP Joey Votto. No balls.
Legislators are
and a strike to
cracking
count.
down on the no-knock warrant that led to the shooting death of Breonna Taylor, a black EMT in Louisville, Kentucky in March. The Louisville Metro Council unanimously voted to pass an ordinance called Breonna's Law, which bans no-knock search warrants in the city. Meanwhile, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul introduced the Justice for Breonna Taylor Act, which would ban no-knock warrants for federal law enforcement officers.
Grounded up the first baseline.
President Trump will accept the
He'll
Republican
step on the
nomination
bag
in
himself, and
Jacksonville,
the
Florida,
inning is
instead of in
over.
Charlotte, North Carolina,
1,
as
2, 3,
originally
go the
planned.
Reds.
The president
Still
became
no
intent
score.
on moving the convention after disagreements with North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper over how to handle the Republican National Convention during the pandemic. Other parts of the convention will still take place in North
Cody
Carolina.
Bellinger having a very nice year. Currently
Experts say
second
an
in the
existing
NL
polio
batting
vaccine
change.
could help
This guy's
protect
having
against
a really good
coronavirus.
year for his age,
Evidence
but this is
shows that
something
polio
we've seen a
vaccines
lot
protect
lately.
children against
Young
a wide
players
range of
coming up
infections,
and
and scientists
impacting a
say
lineup.
it's worth a shot to see if it protects against coronavirus. An oral polio vaccine is
Infield
safe,
shifted
cheap,
well to
easy
the
to
right.
give,
Here's
and
the
widely
first pitch.
available, with over 1 billion doses
High and
produced
tight
and
here
used
to begin the
annually in
inning.
more
It's
than
ball
140
one.
countries.
And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here
Twitter
tonight,
says
they
it
come in
shut
right
down
with a
more than
5-game winning streak, and they've really
170,000
got things
accounts
clicking.
tied to the Chinese
Matty, this
government,
team's coming
as its
together right
experts
now.
say
They're
they
playing
pushed
dangerous
deceptive
baseball. You
narratives
can
around
tell
the
the
Hong
look in
Kong
their eye. They
protests,
feel good about where
COVID-19,
they're at.
and
They've
other
won a few
topics.
games in a
It's the
row,
latest
and they
attempt
look
by a
to
tech company
continue
to
that
thwart
trend today.
government attempts to
Bouncer to the
use
left
social
side.
media platforms to
Throw the
push
first to be
narratives in their
time, and
favor.
there's one gone here to start the second.
That's all for today. If you want the
Okay,
top
here's how the
headlines
Reds are
delivered to
lining
your
up in this
inbox,
one.
sign up for our
And let's
5
take
Things
a look at
newsletter at
infielder
CNN.com/5
Freddie Galvis, the guy who
things.
bounced
And
around
for
in
more
the early
stories
part
and
of his
other latest
career,
news,
but
visit
his glove is his
CNN.com.
calling card, and he's settled at one of those premium positions up the middle, and look for him to have a big day on defense.
And
Sky
now,
News at
Zach
11:10
McKinstry.
a.m. today. From the Sky News Centre at 6. An anti-racism
Swing and
march
lift
that
the
was
ball
due to take
foul
place
off to the
tomorrow
left
in
and out of
London
play.
has been called
He'll
off
enter play
because
here
of
with an
fears it would
average
be
just over
targeted by
250.
far-right
Still
activists.
without a home
Hundreds
run
of people
and
have
5
gathered
driven
at a
in.
protest in Hyde Park this afternoon, though, despite the city's mayor, Sadiq Khan, pleading
Wind
with
up
the public
and
to
the
stay
0-1.
at home. Transport Secretary Grant Shapps is urging people
Foul
not to
tip
travel
held on
for
to behind the
demonstrations
plate at
over the
strike two.
weekend.
We must never be
Every
complacent.
time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Don't attend mass gatherings.
The Prime Minister has also condemned the action of
This
violent
one smoked the
protesters,
other
which has
way,
led to
high and
statues
deep
being
to
covered
left.
up around the country. One of
Castellanos
Robert the Bruce
goes back
has
to
had
the warning
graffiti
track,
calling him
and
a
he's able to
racist
put it
king
away
removed.
for the
A
second
monument
out.
marking his victory over the English in 1314 was also defaced overnight. Grant Stobart from nearby Stirling saw the vandalism while on a walk this morning.
Right there. So take notes, kids. He knew right where he was, and he does a great job of feeling for the wall while keeping his eyes on the ball. That's how you do
The
it.
daily number of
And
people
he
who've
makes
died
the
with
catch.
COVID-19 has risen
And
by
that'll bring up the
202.
versatile Max
The Department of
Muncy.
Health and
First shot
Social
for him
Care
here
says
as he enters play, currently leading the
41,481
senior
deaths have
circuit
been
in
registered.
batting.
What a
The government
season
says
this
a
guy's
gentle
having.
approach will
Currently
initially be
leads the
taken to
league
enforcing
in
new
runs
rules
batted in.
around
So
face
not
coverings.
only is he
From
just
Monday,
hitting, but
it will
he's
be
leading with
mandatory to
runners
wear
in
a face
scoring
covering
position.
when travelling
This
by
guy's
train,
been
bus,
bringing home the
tram,
mail
ferry
all
or plane
season
in
long.
England.
Popped him up.
The UK economy has recorded
Barnhart
its
is
biggest
underneath
ever
this
fall
one.
because of the lockdown.
As he
In
tucks this
April,
one
the
away to
first
retire
full
the
month
side.
the restrictions were in place. GDP
Dodgers
shrank by
down in
more than
order.
a fifth.
We'll go to the bottom
And the
of the
Prince of
second.
Wales
No
and
score.
Duchess of Cornwall will welcome the French President to the UK next week. Charles and Camilla will be the first members of the royal family to leave lockdown. That's the latest. I'm Tanya Snuggs. From Global News at 6:50 p.m.
At the
yesterday.
plate, Eugenio Suarez. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score.
The Dow Jones Industrial lost more than
Here comes the first
1,800
pitch.
points, nearly 7% earlier today.
Knuckle curve down below the knee is 1-0. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you can see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Lady Antebellum is changing its name to Lady A. The members say they regret not taking into consideration the word association.
Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Into the upper deck and gone.
Convention. Heinrich Dennison, Fox News.
Solo shot here.
The Republican National Committee is moving key parts of his August convention from North Carolina to Florida. Move the mayor of Jacksonville welcomes.
Jacksonville, Florida was not the GOP's first pick for the big summer convention. That, of course, was Charlotte, North Carolina. But the Tar Heel State's Democratic governor simply wouldn't commit to letting the show go on, even with the national safety protocols. So the GOP pulled out and headed south down to the Sunshine State. Lenny Curry is very happy about it. He said this: today's announcement is exciting news for the city of Jacksonville. I enthusiastically welcome the opportunity to highlight everything our city has to offer, along with the tremendous economic impact. We look forward to hosting the 2020 RNC for all delegates and guests to enjoy.
Kevin Court, the mayor of Seattle, says it would be unconstitutional and illegal for President Trump to send military forces into the city to clear protesters occupying several blocks of a neighborhood.
And right
President
into the
has threatened to intervene if the city doesn't take action.
Now.
President Trump says he's finalizing an executive order targeting racial injustice and police use of force issues.
First, it would aggressively pursue economic development in minority communities. It would include confronting healthcare disparities. It would encourage police departments to meet standards for use of force, and it would bring calls in Congress for school choice. Democrats have already unveiled their Justice and Policing Act that includes banning chokeholds, something Republicans agree upon as they work on an alternative plan being led by the Senator Tim Scott. Meanwhile, presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden has yet to lay out a plan to this. It's in our darkest moments that we produce some of our greatest progress, and we have that opportunity once again.
Stepping in now,
Aristides Aquino. Attempting a rebound from yesterday's sharp sell-off. All 3 U.S. indexes currently in positive territory. America is listening to Fox News.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
It's also taught us what we need to eliminate or change. It's the same for business. What are the changes you need to make? Do you have a hairball of multiple software systems when you could streamline with one? All you need is
great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
NetSuite gives you visibility and control so you can manage every penny with precision.
Into the box,
Join
Galvis.
20,000 companies who trust NetSuite to go faster.
Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second.
America reopens for business.
Receive your free guide, 7 actions businesses need to take now, and schedule your free product tour at netsuite.com/Fox. Get your free guide and schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/Fox.
North Korea blasting the Trump administration on the anniversary of an historic summit.
North Korea saying it sees little point in maintaining a personal relationship between its leader Kim Jong-un and President
Line
Trump,
drive base hit.
while the US pursues, quote, hostile policies. A statement from the North Korean foreign minister marking 2 years since the leaders met for a historic first summit when they agreed to improve relations.
Now
Negotiations about North Korea's nuclear weapons have since faltered. Minister saying the North now intends to build up its military strength. Simon for Fox News.
A ceremony commemorating the 4th anniversary of a massacre at a gay nightclub in Florida is being held virtually today because of coronavirus.
Ready with
United States online ceremony is being held to remember the 49 people killed at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. Survivors, family members of victims, and first responders were being allowed to visit the site around the club, which is closed to the public. High school seniors in North Carolina will cross the finish line instead of a stage for their graduation ceremony.
With Cabarrus County schools closed for the remainder of the academic year because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Charlotte Motor Speedway is stepping up to offer a first-of-its-kind commencement for seniors. They start the first of 10 drive-in and drive-through graduation ceremonies over the next 2 days.
Blue, what the fuck?
More than 2,300 graduates in the 2020 senior class complying with social distancing practices by allowing each graduate.
Bro, you're making me work way too fucking hard today. There we go. Jesus Christ.
Each student will get their diploma after years of hard work.
Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance.
Global poverty is set to surge by some 400 million people to over a billion as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Poverty is increasing dramatically in middle-income developing countries such as Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, and the Philippines.
The first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order. It's been a great start to the guy on the mound.
It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get this guy before he really settles in.
Especially in business. Why have a hairball of multiple software systems when all you need is NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system? Receive your free guide right now at netsuite.com/box.
From the New York Times
this is in the air at the straightaway center. Winker is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1.
From the New York Times, I'm Michael Lavon. It's Friday, June 12th. Here's what you need to know.
I need those officers to be convicted and charged.
Striding in, Dom Nunez. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that.
Oklahoma City Police are demanding that police there be investigated and charged in his 2019 death after a video showed Scott telling officers, quote, "I can't breathe."
High in the air out to center field.
The video, recorded by police body cameras,
there now, and it's 2 pitches, 2 out.
Responding to Scott's plea by saying, quote, "I don't care."
Stepping up to the plate, Walker Buehler. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Found that his arrest contributed to his
First
death.
offering on its way.
Yeah.
Senior leader, everything you do will be
and he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Either he missed the take sign or they're just not thinking as a team. The first 2 guys out on 1 pitch, so it could have been a 3-pitch inning if he would have made it out right there.
In which President Trump walked
a swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
Photograph of me at Lafayette Square last week. That sparked a national debate.
Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate.
Federal authorities deployed tear gas and rubber bullets on mostly peaceful protesters.
Line to the right side. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They trail this one 1-0.
Created a perception of the military involved in domestic politics. As a commissioned, uniformed officer, it was a mistake.
Welcome back. The Reds are set to hit here in the 3rd inning, and this offense has certainly not disappointed this year. Coming into the day, they are up near the top of the league in home run production, so it's certainly safe to say they're a fun bunch to watch swing the bats. When asked about their success with the long ball, one player told me, "Yeah, home runs are fun and they can change a whole game. So when we get a pitch we can do damage on, you better believe we're looking to launch." Matt, back to you.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now to the plate, Sonny Gray will lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
That's it for today. I'm Michael Lavon.
First pitch on its way.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
From ABC News Radio Hourly Newscast at 11:04 a.m.
fouls
today.
this one off.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo today signing into law a sweeping package of police
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch-out, one away.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions. At this point in the season, it's pretty hard to argue against him when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
The signing ceremony by the Reverend Al Sharpton.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Aaron Garner, who was killed by police in New York in 2000.
Sliced hard on the ground.
How many times this was Aaron Garner?
And he'll step on
This was
first
happening
himself.
to It was happening to the LOC. It's over and over and over, and still no change. And Mr. Floyd's murder, God bless this country for standing up and saying it.
Jesse Winker.
Reverend Al Sharpton says the moment now calls for lawmakers in the nation to address social and racial injustice.
You start with demonstration to lead to legislation.
Infield in the overshift here, now the pitch.
Without the legislation,
there's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Just an exercise.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Cases mean time in New York State, once the epicenter of the outbreak, are at the lowest rate, the governor says.
Right down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound his zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull the trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
This is on the ground over the first. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. Close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 3 innings complete. It's the Reds 1 and the Dodgers nothing.
Not to hold the campaign liable. They have to agree essentially not to sue.
At the plate, Jacob Amaya back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
You just say thank you. So go on, start smart.
And now pitch on the way.
The ABC News Daily Podcast. Take us with you. Listen to us now, free on
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
From this day in history, at 10 p.m. yesterday, hello history fans, and welcome to this day in history.
Usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Those are some of the most famous words.
2 balls that I should have just taken. Oh my God.
For the second time.
On this day in 1987. Happily for Berliners.
Would have been 3-0 if I didn't swing at the first 2.
Fastball, you've got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Barrier between East and West Berlin. Surprising fact,
late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2.
Just over 3 years after Reagan's famous speech. Also on this day in history, in 1929, Anne Frank was born.
Swung on
and
in the dirt, strike 3.
Civil rights leader.
Oh my God.
Go down to first, 1 away.
That's all for today in history. Tune in tomorrow to learn a little bit more about
1 gone now, the Dodger 4th, and that brings up the outfielder Alex
Oh, and
Verdugo.
don't forget to check out History This Week, the podcast This Day in History fans love. Here's a sneak peek
the first
of
pitch
this
to him.
week's episode. June 9, 1954. 20
Into his windup, and here comes the 1-0.
are watching a Senate hearing on TV. It's about
And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Castellanos is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
What does he need to carry out of this ballpark? It's a hitter's park.
Here in the 4th. Let's check
What
out
the
our
fuck?
pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
So far. My goodness.
Today, what made McCarthy so powerful in the first place?
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, one of the terrific talents in the game. Mookie
What I gotta
Betts.
do
I'm Sally Kahn, and this is History This Week.
to get a ball out of here? It shouldn't be that hard. It's a hitter's ballpark.
Bullet
From
back up the
NBC
middle.
Nightly News at 8:15 p.m. yesterday.
There you go. Finally in the hit column.
Support from checks and ballots. Podcast from the
Jesus Christ.
Position with 2 away.
3 2/3 of innings without getting a hit.
After all, as he's into second with a 2-out double. And we'll bring up our Dodger leaderboard to confirm for you that his current total leads the squad in that category.
Explain what's going on today. Economist correspondents from across the U.S. and around the world join him to talk through the ideas and the data to take a view
without taking
Bellinger at the plate now.
I've been reading The Economist for a while now.
Oh boy, that's a ball I shouldn't have swung at.
Rounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
I especially appreciate the unique global perspective I don't always get elsewhere. So for a global view on democracy in America, subscribe to The Economist Checks and Balance podcast now.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away.
The global view of democracy in America in an extraordinary election.
Second with two gone.
Subscribe and listen for free on Apple Podcasts, Acast,
little chopper back to the mound. And nothing will come to the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this.
Peaceful protesters outside the White House. And what we've just learned, did the general nearly resign over it? Also the plunge on Wall Street, the worst
bottom of the inning now. Here comes the first baseman, Joey Votto.
COVID-19. Tonight, where the virus is surging amid a new round of reopenings. Plus our new reporting on just how soon we could have a vaccine and the first of its kind surgery in the U.S. for a COVID patient. The president igniting a firestorm with plans to hold his first rally in months on Juneteenth in the city where one of the most horrific incidents of racial violence in American history occurred. Police there just today releasing body cam of officers aggressively detaining black teens. Their alleged crime, jaywalking.
Swing and a liner. But right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out.
And what the video shows, there's even a name for it, Test-A-Line. And the Army veteran on a ventilator for 7 weeks, the long-awaited moment that finally arrived.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
Is the latest sign of unease between a commander-in-chief and the military he leads. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley saying he made a mistake appearing
ball and a strike now.
for a stroll to a nearby church as protesters were being attacked by law enforcement. Milley suggesting he crossed a political line. An alarm sounded in recent days by a cadre of retired senior military
fouled
leaders.
away.
Kristen Welker has details.
Tonight, yet another divide between the president and his top generals.
And no
After
errors in
chairman
the
of the
game for
Joint Chiefs of
Cincinnati
Staff
thus
Mark
far.
Milley issued a stunning apology for appearing alongside
slider
President
gets
Trump
him
in
swinging.
combat
Two gone.
uniform during a walk to St.
Really
John's
good
Church
late
last
bite on that
Monday.
slider right
Ended
there.
in this
The best
infamous
ones have
photo
that
op.
late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Mike Moustakas. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Milley was so upset he considered resigning over the issue. 3 defense officials tell NBC News. Meanwhile, last week, Defense Secretary Mark Esper tried to distance himself. And former Defense Secretary James Mattis said he was appalled. President Trump
still
not
going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
It comes as the president is digging in on his refusal to rename military bases named after Confederate generals. Tweeting today, those that deny their history are doomed to repeat it. But on Capitol Hill, growing support for renaming the bases. The Republican-led Senate Armed Service Committee has approved a measure that would allow it. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi saying it's time for the controversial names to go. The American people know
here, so he's got his work cut out for him. If he's going to get the W in this one, he's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard to start.
Terrible things about our country. This is like over 100 years after World War II.
Blake now, Aristides Aquino.
As to why a base should be
The
named
first pitch to
for
him
him.
is in there for
He
a
seems
called
to be the
strike
only
one.
person left
Comes into this at
who
bat 0
doesn't get
for 1
it.
in the
Adding to
ballgame.
the discord, the president announced his first campaign event since the pandemic will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma next Friday. But June 19th is Juneteenth, an annual holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S.
And that's in there for
Celebrated
strike
as
2.
African Americans
You got to cover
Independence
the
Day.
whole plate now
What is
after
more, the
letting him
Tulsa
steal
race
2
massacre
strikes on the
occurred
inside
99
half.
years ago this month. One of the nation's
Swung
worst
on and missed,
outbreaks of
and
racial
that's the
violence.
final out of the inning.
These rallies, he often shares the great work he has done for minority communities.
One for the Reds in the inning, and it comes courtesy of this solo home
including
run.
in Seattle.
We played
Police are
4,
clashing with
2-0
demonstrators
Cincinnati.
in encampments. The president warning the Democratic governor there, take back your city now. If you don't do it, I will. This is not a game. All of it comes as the presumptive Democratic nominee, Joe Biden, issued a blunt warning in an interview overnight, saying he is afraid the president will try to steal the November election.
He's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed one base runner in the state, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight
President Trump in Dallas tonight said he's finalizing actions he can take without Congress to better train officers on use of force, adding, we're dominating the streets with compassion. As for the Tulsa rally, the campaign is requiring attendees to agree not to sue if they get COVID-19.
Ready to go in the top of the fifth, and that'll give way to the rookie second baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Nothing in one count. Here he comes.
And while we got good news today that the number of unemployment claims continues to
crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. McKinstry, an Ohio native, he was taken in the very late rounds back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Arizona, where in the last week, COVID-19 cases have jumped a shocking 93%.
We're seeing increasing numbers, and we're starting to see some strain on our hospitals and our health
Next up is Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
ICU capacity, unable to treat the sickest patients.
Ready. Here's
in
the
Texas,
first
where
offering.
hospitalizations have risen for 3 days in a row, today the Austin mayor says he's likely to extend the stay-at-home orders due to expire next week. Starting tomorrow, statewide, restaurant capacity
just
can
one
increase
hit.
from
No
50
errors
to
for the Dodgers thus
75%.
far.
Masks can dramatically reduce the spread, according to a new study from Cambridge University.
Ripped down
Tonight,
the line,
the Arizona
and
governor
this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball, and this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Which will give us
finally a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat. This might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Who knows what kind of role they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
In now, both the
Institute now predicting at least
in there on the outer
200,000
half.
deaths
It's
by the end of the summer.
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The fact that people are spending more time outside, that it's summer,
Get hard back up the middle. Mustakis has it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
We would get at this point.
Any hope of a summer vacation from COVID-19 quickly fading fast. Aaron McLaughlin, NBC News, Phoenix.
This is Tom Costello at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago.
Stepping in,
a
Dom
dramatic
Nunez,
example
runner in
of the
scoring
devastation
position with
caused by
Chicago.
COVID-19. On the left, a healthy pair of lungs. On the right, the lung of a woman in her 20s ravaged by the virus.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Lung transplant
Hard hit
to
at
save
third.
her life.
Reined in.
Oh my God.
It's in time to retire the side.
Now, some
One
of the
left
nation's
for LA.
leading biotech
They're down
companies
2-0.
report fast-track progress in developing vaccines and treatments. Moderna says it plans to start a final stage vaccine trial with 30,000 volunteers in July.
We hope.
So striding forward now, Freddie Galvis.
Next year.
Past the halfway. In the bottom of the
University and
fifth.
Johnson & Johnson also entering phase 3 trials. Walter Reed Army Lab also announcing it's starting human vaccine trials.
Here
Why
comes
is
the
it
first
important to
pitch.
be in phase 3 clinical trials this summer?
Phase 3 is that final mile, that last mile before the vaccine is available to the public. And so it's incredibly good news that we're making it to that step.
But it's not just vaccines. Several companies are working on antibody treatments. Regeneron, which Lester visited earlier this year, now says human trials are already underway.
If you haven't been infected, it should block you from getting infected. And if you've already been infected,
That one's
it
down
should
around
help
the
you
knees,
smother this
taken
virus
for a strike.
so it doesn't cause any damage.
An antibody treatment could be available later this year. A vaccine widely available could be
2 balls and 2
next
strikes
year.
now.
That depends on everything going just right. Lester?
right, Tom Costello tonight. Thanks. A breaking story in Central California tonight. The sheriff's office at Paso Robles says shots have been fired there.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that
shooting
shot. He just didn't get the back to the zone in time.
Station
The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Moving swiftly to the worlds of media, entertainment, and sports.
Now, Tucker Barnhart.
Alexander has those details.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out the straightaway center. Back goes Betts to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Live PD is now the latest hot reality show to get the ads. A&E Network's announcing it will stop production, citing the critical time.
Ready now for Cincinnati. Sonny Grant looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
But it's not just police programs under the microscope. Disney is facing pressure to rename its iconic
this year against right-handed pitching. Grant has a batting average in the low 100s, but as a pitcher, there's not much shame in that.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Reds are down in order. They're up 2-0.
Is there a line to be drawn when it comes to these changes?
I think there is a line, but I don't know that.
Ready now, Walker Buehler will start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Fan the Confederate flag. The driver he called for, Bubba Wallace, debuted something the sport had never seen before. A Black Lives Matter stop card with an image of hands embracing on the hood.
Welcome news for the
Ready
Lucas
to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Dreams of becoming a NASCAR announcer. It just will give me more peace.
Swing and miss that time. It's 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
As we mentioned, President Trump has sparked a firestorm by announcing his first rally in more than 100 days in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A city reckoning with its painful past.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
This hitter right now looks
the date and location
I think you go right back to it.
Campaign rally hold deep significance, especially at a moment when the nation is again confronting a long history of racial injustice.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Oklahoma, 99 years ago this month, witnessed what's described as the single worst incident of racial violence in American
Stepping in now, Jacob Amaya.
Massacre recently portrayed in HBO's Watchmen.
Line to the right side, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Hey, after starting the game over 2 with 2 punch-outs, that single had to
be a
nice piece of
Greenwood District was dubbed Black Wall Street for its hundreds of black-owned businesses. White mobs attacked the city over 2 days, destroying millions of property and killing as many as 300 African Americans.
Standing in now, Alex Verdugo, as he takes a cold strike on the black. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
A century later, archaeologists are investigating evidence of a possible mass gravesite, as Tulsa grapples with its racial past and present. More recent incidents are also drawing
runner goes.
Authorities tonight investigating
no fucking way.
Throw to first, doubles up the runner. Tough luck that time as he got stuck in no man's land following the line drive on the hit and run.
The video blurred by police. And a Tulsa police official is drawing condemnation.
Bottom of the 6th inning now. The right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next.
All of their left the McCauley
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Major Travis Yates do not align
now
with
a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Citing research, not offering his opinion, and that his comments were taken out of context.
Hit hard towards center.
National protest
that gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Ready for another shot now. Jesse Winker, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here.
Truth after police police violence. The killing of George Floyd shining a new light at a troubling issue.
Offering on its way. Ground ball right side.
Oh my God!
Into right field.
Y'all should have been able to turn something.
Further than second as there are two aboard now. And it's Joey Votto now. As he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The importance of music is to keep
now a ball
oh my fucking God.
Finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
With that base hit right now, the lead's 3-0. The way their pitcher's going, D-Row, that might hold up in this one.
Yeah, and you're well aware of it, Dan, as an offense, just trying to put those extra runs across the board. You can take a look at the guy on the slab, towing the slab. He's on fire right now.
In some cases involving police violence, there is a disconnect between what officers say happened and what the evidence later shows. Stephanie Goss tells us it's happened enough that there's even a word for it.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound.
There was a statement
and it looks
from
as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight.
As a medical incident during
the wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless.
That this was not Floyd's first experience with an officer who would later be accused of police misconduct.
Tommy Kingsley takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
A gram of cocaine. As part of the deal, he served 10 months in jail. The officer who arrested him, Gerald Goins, was the only witness. Now that officer is himself charged with murder and lying in a different case. Goins pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial. 14,000 cases are under review. 164 may ultimately be dismissed, according to the DA's office. All of the defendants are minorities, and the overwhelming majority are African Americans.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Have lied.
He would have been
entitled to
changeup,
but he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
We can't necessarily grant that, but I'm going to see what we can do.
The 1-2.
There's an expression in American policing that the first story is never the last story.
Runners are in
Bill
first and
Bratton
third
spent
with none
decades
out.
running police departments in New York City and Los
Neither
Angeles.
guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
It's my belief that we have come a long way.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works to count back 4.
Is clearly
back with Mike Moustakas.
During New York City corruption scandals
strike
in the
3,
90s,
and there's the first
officers
out of
lied
the
on
inning.
the witness
Oh,
stand
man,
so
he's
many
been
times.
absolutely
There was
getting
actually a
overmatched
term
at the
for
plate the last couple of
testifying.
games. That's his
Then,
5th
just like
strikeout
today,
in this
those
series alone.
misrepresentations
So clearly this
outright
pitching staff,
false statements
they figured out how to attack this guy.
undermined
We'll see
faith
if he
in
can
the
make
police
any
force.
adjustments.
Like in the 2014 case of
Change up here
Laquan
to start
McDonald
things
in
out, but
Chicago.
that'll dip a
The
bit too low,
17-year-old
and
shot
it's
16
1-0.
times and killed. This was a
Even
police
1-1
union
count to
spokesperson that night.
Moustakas.
He is
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out.
to the officers.
McDonald did have a knife.
But he's able to
Video
hold
showed
off
he
on it, and
wasn't
it's 2-1
moving towards
now.
officers.
A time to start making some quality pitches.
And the tag is on him to retire the side. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. We're through 6 full. Reds lead this one 3-0.
And while the bad acts of some often don't represent the many, stories like these
All
can
set
leave
for the start of the
lasting
inning. Standing in is the veteran outfielder, Mookie Betts.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Right fielder giving chase. He can't make the play as it finds the outfield grab.
Bratton says reform should focus on
Hey,
the
excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men.
And coming up tonight, the devastating effects of racial tensions on the mental and physical health of African Americans.
Over to first, Gray. A dive, but he's back.
Back with our continuing look at inequality in America. The enormous toll of the police killing of black Americans is taking not just on the families of victims, but on the African
So here's
American
Cody
community.
Bellinger. Strike taken, the throw. Offline throw. but
Fucking
they
hell!
Good job of getting the tag down there.
Clearly, they were hoping to be aggressive and doing some running tonight, but I think they're going to need to adapt now. It's not working, and you just can't keep running into outs.
African-American man threatening my life. And the deadly shooting of Ahmaud Arbery.
Oh my God!
Votto
but
is
also
under it.
physically damaging to black people.
And he makes the catch for the second out.
Of an unarmed black person leads to worse mental health
for the entire black
digging in once again. Zach McKinstry struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Several studies show a possible association between perceived discrimination and mental and physical health.
Fastball that he
One
shoots on
study
into
found
left
that
center,
black people
and
who
that
were
will fall
stopped
for a
several
base hit.
times by police were 3 times more likely to exhibit symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder and high levels of anxiety and stress. We had a candid discussion about the toll those experiences can take.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
It's an exhaustion that should not be seen as an exaggeration. It's an exhaustion that should be seen as justified, and that there is a real and a true understanding of why it's there.
That exhaustion, the byproduct of racism that dates back centuries, from slavery to Jim Crow segregation. It's a history of oppression that still impacts black communities today, especially when images of brutality serve as a reminder.
How does that stress manifest? What does that mean for the black people in this country who were watching those videos?
It means that they have higher levels.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
It means
Dodgers lead 1. They trail it here 3-0.
It means that some of their biological systems are not functioning the way that they should,
causing a collective pain. But behind
stepping in and ready for another shot, Aristides Aquino. No hits to this point. Here's the first pitch to him.
Looks at himself.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
NBC News.
And up next here for us tonight, the joyous day for an Army veteran.
Stepping in, Freddie Galvis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with his fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this day.
The moment captured on camera.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Left in New York hospital to cheers, reuniting with his wife for the first time in 2 months. Gary is now in
rehab. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Hey, it's Chris Hayes. This week on my podcast, Why Is This Happening? I'll be talking with my friend and colleague Tremaine Lee about this moment in American history.
There's a feeling of being under attack. Being black in America always feels like you have a target on your head and your back and your heart and your soul.
Hey, having AB right here, I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And that's why in this moment, it's like the veneer and the veil has dropped in a way that, again, he's been around the block. I've never felt this collective sense.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit-by pitch.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was 1 strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Stepping in, Tucker Barnhart. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. To first, to second for 1. The relay on to first, the double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll look ahead to inning number. It's the Reds 3 and the Dodgers nothing. Coming to the plate now, Bo Bichette. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
Super play right there from the shortstop. Talk about showing off those hops. This was destined to be a base hit into the outfield.
For him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Ronald Acuna will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
For Los Angeles, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hit hard on the ground to second.
Oh my God.
First, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Home half of the eighth, straight ahead. The Reds are on top, 3-0. Trevor May is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Sonny Gray. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. So one away here in the Reds' half of the eighth. And the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. The 0-1 pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high.
Not again. Are you fucking kidding me?
Verdugo
Thank you.
Back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
The center fielder, number 43.
Riding in once again, Jesse Winker. He singled his last time up. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1-2-3 go the Reds, but they lead it 3-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jacob Amaya. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Aquino is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Now here it comes. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of his hitters.
Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. Here's Mookie Betts. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Galvis is there. Throw on to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Reds make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over. And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Cincinnati took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Sonny Gray earns his 6th winning decision in this one. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.